This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. And as everybody can see, I'm joined by King Kong, Jono Carroll. He's in much sunnier and probably happier climates than what we are out in Spain. Jono, how are you doing?
Good, pal. Not a bother. Enjoying life, as you can see. Just loving my bit of downtime. It's not too bad, mate.
I was going to say, as I said to you off camera, I'm very, very jealous of your surroundings at the minute. I know the lockdown is probably a lot more serious from what I've seen on over the news and what have you. What's it been like being out there?
Yeah, it's been strict, all right. Like, I went out for a jog one of the days and got played in £1,200 fine. You know what I mean? Like, they've been very strict. The policeman said to me as well, listen, if we catch you out here again, first time it's a fine. The second time we're going to be locking you up. So it's like, mate, I only played in jogging home. Like, I had to literally give a friend back his car and I had to jog home. It was only around the corner, I wouldn't mind. So yeah, they were very, very strict over here for a long time. But like, I lifting all day, ban on having to stay in your house. Now it's like at least we're able to go out for an hour to get a bit of exercise and stuff like that. But it's still, you have to keep your distance and it's only 1 hour, you know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is. Life is good. I got a swimming pool. I got the heat, the sun. I'm fucking all right staying at home, no problem.
How hot is he out there, Jono? Come on, make me jealous.
I don't even know, to be honest. It's at least 24 probably today. It's hot, mate. I got burned. This is how bad it is. We done an interview earlier on, and I had a T-shirt on, and when I took my T-shirt on, I had a blade in farmer's tan. That's how bad it is, like how hot it is, you know? My back was soaking wet from the sweat as well. I was like, jeez, it's starting to calm down now because it's going to evening, but as you can see, the sky is still blue. It's still nice, mate. Life is good.
You know what? It's nice to be able to interview someone who's obviously I know you're always in happy spirits whenever I speak to you, but with what's going on at the minute, it's very easy for people to be kind of like down and doom and gloom about it also. It's really nice to be able to see yourself in such high spirits no matter what.
Yeah, listen, life is what you make it, you know what I mean? It's just because certain situations, we may be put in these certain situations, doesn't mean we can, like, my goal and my mission basically is still to win a world title. So I'm still training all the time. I'm still like, I don't think people's goals or anything else should change. I think this is actually a perfect time to work on yourselves, work on your mental strength and stuff like that, you know? Start getting into a bit of law of attraction or some shit. And I'm starting to look into Buddhism and all sorts of stuff. Since I've been on this lockdown, meditating a little bit, loads of little things that I just wasn't really doing much of, you know what I mean? That was always like, I'd love to have a bit more time so I could do that. That I'm now making sure I take that time for myself and I'm doing it, you know what I mean? So, life is good, mate. Life is what you make it. That's what people seem to forget. We all create the life that we have around us, you know? I always wanted this life that I live in the sun. I always said it. I always spoke into existence, and here it is, mate. I'm living it. So
it's great to hear. Obviously, as you mentioned, you're out in Spain, as everybody can see, those sunny climates behind you. But what prompted you to make the decision to go out there? You know, when exactly did you fly out? How long have you been out there?
So basically, I was in Australia for like 2 years, and when I went back to Ireland, I was like, why did I come home? I was a bit half snapping with myself. But like, I made a wrong choice by coming home. You know what I mean? I was stuck in Ireland, still no jobs at the time. It's freezing cold. I was like, what have I done? You know, but I went back for the sister's wedding, so I kind of had no choice, you know. And then for the year that I was living in Ireland, I was just saying, I just want to live in a sunny country. I don't know where I come home, and I loved the sun in Australia. I loved that type of lifestyle, you know, living close to the beach, being able to go for a jog on the beach if you want, all that sort of stuff. So basically, my career wasn't really taking off too much in Ireland, but I was safe there, you know. I didn't need much money because I had a house was at the renovating and stuff like that with my prize fighter money. So I was living rent free and stuff. So I was actually quite in a good position. I was when I was in Ireland, but there was nothing happening there for me work wise or boxing wise. So I was like, I just need to get out of here. Then the missus got pregnant, and when my missus got pregnant, I knew I needed to change something up. You know, I was like, I need to give us a better life than this. This is not the life I want to live for my kids. So straight away, I just got my thinking cap on and put the groundwork in. I sent out a lot of messages. I sent out a lot of inquiries with MTK and stuff. And once I got chatting to the lads, and they were interested, I was interested, and we just signed the deal. And then I just told them, listen, I can't stay in Ireland. I'm working now. I started to work down tree surgery, chopping trees down and all the way from the electricity wires and all that sort of stuff. So I was doing tree surgeon, and then I just wasn't enjoying it, you know. Like I was I was working and then I was coming back and trying to train constantly. It was just wasn't a lifestyle I wanted to live. You know what I mean? I was at that. I knew I couldn't make it in boxing if I was trying to shuffle both. You know, I was born with the candle at both ends. So I just said to the missus, like, "Mom, we just fucking get out of here." And she was like, "What? No, we're grand, bro." I was like, "Listen, I'm moving." I was like, "You can come with me, you can stay. I don't care, but I'm going. I'm getting out of this place." Like, so she was like, "Yeah, okay." So my missus went to Australia with me. She went to, my missus is just like, whatever we want to do, we do. You know what I mean? She's a saint like that. She's always following my career, anything that I ever wanted to do for my career. She always had me back 100%. So it wasn't a big decision. You know what I mean? It was literally just she asked a few questions. I told her the answers, and then I was like, "Let's go." So it's 3.5 years ago now. I've just bought a house here, so I'm planning on going home anytime soon.
Obviously, with regards to your training and that, you've only just fought back in March. You was one of probably the last events before lockdown and what have you. You may have even been the last match.
I think I was the last match on the show, yeah.
So like, you might see yourself and count yourself as a little lucky to have had one final paycheck before all of this. But also,
sure.
why have you taken the decision to maybe get back into training so soon?
You know what? Like I said before, my goals and my dreams haven't changed. So just because other things are happening on the outside of the world doesn't mean that my goals or dreams have changed. So why should I slack and, you know what I mean, fall off the bandwagon? I've been training, I've been dedicated for a long time now to put me in the position that I'm in. So I'm not slacking, you know what I mean? I don't want to fall. I don't want to get caught slipping and some fella who's, while this is all going on, is trying his ass off and then comes up and I think, he's handing up and then he fucking beats me because I wasn't training or I wasn't a dedicated professional, you know what I mean? So, hell no, that shit ain't happening to me. So, if you call yourself a professional, you should be professional. You should be ready all the time. Now, my weight, obviously I'm not going to be eating right, but I mean, when this is all said and done, I can jump straight back into the ring and fight. If as long as I have enough time to obviously get the weight off. But shit, if I want to fight a higher weight division, I jump back in tomorrow. I'm fit now, you know what I mean? So I just feel I only have a short window, so I'm not letting it slack. I'm not letting it slip because of the shit that's going on in the outside world, you know. And anyone that's in business or in any sort of stuff similar to that, they shouldn't either. You know what I mean? This is the time to maybe get your social media correct or get there's always parts of either your brain, your body, or your work or whatever that you can work on. So people need to take this time and focus on themselves, you know what I mean?
I've spoken to a lot of fighters during lockdown and whilst we've all been at home, and they've all had different answers to what I'm going to ask you now. What kind of mentality have you taken into your training currently? Are you going into training at the minute thinking full blast, full pelt the way you would normally? I know there's certain things you can't do because of lockdown, but or are you looking at just doing the occasional session? You know, how have you kind of catered your needs to the current situation that everybody finds themselves in?
So I'm not going too hard. I'm not going too hard because I feel there's no point in burning the body out. You know what I mean? You don't want to get mentally or physically stale. So I'm enjoying my sessions. That's the most important goal, I think, is to enjoy your sessions. Because like anything, when you do effortlessly, you do it to the best it can possibly be. You know what I mean? When you enjoy something, you enjoy doing it. So it's not, for me, like boxing isn't work. You know, it is work, but I look at it as work that I need to be dedicated. I need to be strict on myself. But at the same time, I enjoy it. I love boxing. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do right now is work on certain strength and conditioning stuff that I've already been working on the past year and a half nearly now at this stage. So continue developing those skills what I've been developing because, as everyone knows, I lack a little bit of punch power. So that's what I'm trying to improve on. So there's what we're trying to improve on. But at the same time, I'm not burning my body out. Now, saying that, the other day, I did train. Yesterday, I trained once. The day before, I trained twice. Today, I trained once. You know, so I'm still training every day. But, like, today, I done a 20-minute max session. You know what I mean? Like, yesterday, I done probably 40 minutes. But that was my strength and conditioning that my coach wanted me to do. So that's fair enough, you know. That had to be done properly. It was probably an hour and a little bit. But the days before that, like, I mean, I was jumping on the trampoline with the baby. And I was getting off and doing, like, 20 press-ups, jumping back on, and then jump back out 20. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you can do that sort of shit, keeping yourself ready, keeping yourself, but it's not mentally and physically draining, because that's still fun. I'm still jumping around the baby. I'm still having a bit of crack, but I'm still getting the sweat on because it's hot here. So if you're jumping around on a trampoline, you're still getting that little bit of cardio with your legs and all. Like, and then I'm doing the press ups. You know what I mean? So, like, you don't need to kill yourself, but do it and enjoy your training, you know, because we don't know when we're going to be back out. So there's no point in going hard. There's no point in being on weight. There's no point in mentally bleeding, draining yourself, because camp is hard enough. So, but one thing what I will say is stay ready, because when you do go back into camp, then you can progress, you can learn, and you can develop your skills rather than trying to get the weight off and just getting fit again, because then you're kind of in the same position than you're in now anyway. You know what I mean? So you're not improving. I just always want to be improving.
Let's get into your career then. Obviously, let's just reflect back on the last fight against Scott Quigg in Manchester. What was your thoughts on your victory and your performance? Now you've had a bit of time to reflect.
It was a great fight, you know. It was a torturous camp. My camp was horrible, but it made the fight easy. You know, it was simple. The fight was simple. I was almost like, come on, mate, give me something that I'm not expecting here, for fuck's sake. Like, because I knew every single thing he was going to do. And that's why I was able to nullify him so good, because my coach got the game plan spot on. I'd take my hat off to my coach, because that wasn't even like it was me just in there beating him. That was all my coaches, all the skills and the little things that he was doing showing me for weeks and months on end. And like we were saying, I was one of the last fights. I was pretty lucky because my fight got cancelled before. So for the fact that I actually got a fight then, I was very lucky, because I was broke. I actually had to get a lend of money for fucking Christmas and all. That's how broke I was. And because it was meant to happen before Christmas, so I had to spend the money on my camp, I had to spend the money on a lot of things, and then he pulled out. So I was a bit broke before Christmas. I was like, shit. So for me, it was very important that I actually got that fight in, or I would have been screwed. I wouldn't have been able to pay my mortgage. You know what I mean? So I'm lucky, man.
On the back of that Quigg fight, there was a lot of talk afterwards. Was it just too much for Scott, or was you too good for him? What on your thoughts now? Do you think it was just Scott wasn't the same version he was a couple of years ago? Did you see the weaknesses, or did you just feel that you was leveled above him on the night?
No, Scott has been the exact same fighter his whole career. His whole career, he has been the exact same fighter, including that night. Like, there was nothing he done worse or less that night. Every single thing that he could do in his prime, I would have done. That would have played out the exact same way if that fight had happened in his prime. Because number one, Scott Quigg's only 31, so he's not even that old. I'm fucking 28, and I'm only hitting my prime. I'm only starting to hit my prime. So how can he can't say that he's fucking too old? And there's people like bleeding Manny Pacquiao was like 40 and he's still going. You know what I mean? Like, so don't be coming at me with the bleeding with that stuff. And that's one thing that I found. The commentary and all that, they were talking a lot about Scott and was like, I think he's just had his day and he's this and that, but didn't really give me the credit for making him look that amateurish, that easy. You know, even though they did, but he didn't. Like, they start giving him a way out by saying it was his age. Listen, that wasn't his age. Like, it wasn't his age whatsoever. Every time, look at Scott Quigg in his prime when he won his world title. He walks forward with his hands up, and I told him this in the face-to-face. He's a one-dimensional fighter. He walks forward with his hands up, and every time before he throws a punch, he squats, and then he throws a punch. So I knew every time he squats, he's about to punch. So fucking take a step back, or else take a step in. Like, either grab him, get too close to him that he can't, because he throws hooks mainly. Doesn't throw many straight shots. So every time he throws hooks, he's going to squat and he's going to throw a hook. So it's either you roll under the hook, you throw your shot, roll under because he's going to throw a hook as you're throwing, or take a step back, feint him, let him, as soon as you see him like dip down, squatting, have a half step back, and he's going to throw the hook, and then you counter him with a straight shot, because a straight punch will beat you to the punch all day long. And that's exactly what I done. It was simple. My game plan was just spot on. Man, I was expecting the world champion Scott Quigg to show up, and to be honest, like, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, he just showed up the way I thought he was going to show up. He didn't surprise me one bit.
Another thing that was talked about afterwards was if Fatal could have come in sooner. When you was in the ring with him, did you feel that his corner could have thrown the towel in any earlier, or did you feel it was the right time?
I felt like it was the right time, but I think it was down to me. If I had to put the pressure on in any of those rounds, they could have easily thrown the towel in. You get me? But my game plan wasn't to go in and blast Scott Quigg out. My game plan was drag him into deep waters and wait until he's drowning, and then when he's drowning, then put the pressure on. And that's exactly what I done, because I could have, in that 6th round, I hurt him, I wobbled him, or 6 or 7, I'm not sure what it was, but I wobbled him. And I know for a fact if I had stepped on top of him and had just thrown a load of punches, I would have got him out of there. Either the ref would have stepped in or the towel would have came in. But at the same time, I may have got an injury, or like simply I wouldn't have been sticking to the game plan if I had done that. You know what I mean? And this was a fight that I kept saying, this is a coming of age fight for me. It's going to be a mature fight. And I didn't want to show my immaturity by just going in and going, because I got excited because I hurt him with a shot. I wanted to, every time I felt I got excited, I just kept thinking to myself, get back on your jab, get back on your jab. Every time it was like, I can stop him here, I was like, get back on your jab. It'll come. It will come. Don't force it. It's going to come. And if I had forced it, I mightn't have stopped him. I might have went in too hard, too early, and then I might have been tired. I mightn't have had that same energy, that same speed and whatnot in the 11th round. So, I think it was the perfect time. But I do think it was up to me. If I had to put the foot down a little bit more, I think I would have forced his trainer's hand to throw the towel in, you know?